don't know about you, but when I go shopping, chums, there's only really one thing on my mind. And I'm sure that's like the rest of us, isn't it? You go into your supermarket brand, whether you like the cheaper ones like Aldi or Lidl, and buy cheaper. I mean, you're never really sure, are you? Because what once, was like 4p off one thing, it's back on another, isn't it? So you really, if you can, have to try and go to as many as possible. And this is where they get you. This is my sort of argument, really. There's no real cheap supermarket shopping at all. But when you think about it, of course, it's a business and it's there to lure you in with one or two offers on that particular week. So you can understand the fight for the pound in your pocket is so, well, demanding. And then, of course, you have people like this who've recently unveiled a mega loss, a 206 million loss, simply because they were cyber attacked earlier this year. We're talking, of course, about the Co-op, the cooperative society set up many, many years ago now for the people. And this was a place where you were assured the very best deals. Times have changed, of course, and now you have to become a member simply to be able to afford a packet of biscuits, or else it's double the price. You get the picture. But behind the scenes, many people are now very concerned as to the direction of the Co-op, simply because, well, guess what? Not only are they going woke, they're going desperately political. Let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as ever, welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Lovely to have your company. And by the way, thank you for your support on that lovely video. I'm glad you enjoyed it, of course. All about the Royals and Cecil Beaton and the things that go on. It's always about money, isn't it? Doesn't matter where, what era, whatever you're from, it's always about the money in the end, because ultimately, as that song famously said from the musical Cabaret by Kander and Ebb, money makes the world go round. So beautifully sung by Liza Minnelli and Joel Grey. Absolutely. The thing is, if you've got some, it can go, well, not as far as you thought, particularly if you go shopping now, as I say, in these brands like the Co-op. Now, they recently, as I said, just released this PR statement. And this is the thing that I find baffling. And also when you think the stupidity of people who are running business today. You see, they're claiming that they've got a 206 million or something like that loss, all down to a cyber attack. A lot of money. And, not their fault, but this is the digital world that we live in. They don't want you to use cash. So very quickly, the minute it goes down, there's a problem. And people find a way of, well, spending their cash somewhere else. It's interesting, in my local Co-op, for instance, the lotto machine's been out of action for weeks. The shoplifting is rife. And when you check the figures, shoplifting at Co-ops up and down the United Kingdom are probably one of the worst in the country, seemingly because there's now less and less staff and more are disinterested in, of course, getting involved to protect the product because it's not their business. They don't care. So step forward this CEO. Now, you would have thought, right, wouldn't you? This particular woman needs every single penny to go through the door into all of those stores. Well, no, her and her board, a team of directors, have now decided that they're not going to be taking any brands from Israel. Not only Israel, but numerous others as well. And what's interesting about this is, and it just goes back to the stupidity, and this is why I like this channel and being able to share it with you. I don't know about you, but every time I pick up, like, I don't know, a cucumber or some bananas or a few tomatoes, I don't go and think, oh, where did they come from? What's your first thing you look at? How much are they? Do they look fresh? Are they nice and whatever? Do they look edible? That sort of stuff. And it's the same thing whether you're buying a can of soup or a baked beans. You just look at the price. Nobody cares about this political posturing. Only the people at the top. Meanwhile, of course, this political posturing by people like this woman, currently the CEO of the Co-op brand, well, that will result next year into a lot of job losses because whatever they say now, they don't want to announce it just ahead of Christmas, but in the new year, they'll have a restructure and all that sort of stuff. Meanwhile, money that could have gone into the brand simply by keeping prices down, whether you like what's going on in that certain country or not, this is the United Kingdom, Great Britain. People just want a bargain. Now, how did politics get into power when you're really just looking, well, to save money? Anybody else agree? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.